welcome back to Smart Teardown. Now that we have our general management information set up, we will now be going into family management, where we are going to be able to set up the families seen here on the first screen. To navigate to family management, we'll click on this management button in the top right, click on family management, and here we can select options and add. We can add a new family, just a sample here, and you're able to add an image along with it. We'll add that in, and from here, a couple of things. One is that we do want to name the region or multiple regions that this particular family is located in. So as an example, from scratch, I will say that convergence data will be located or available in North America and China. So now I have my region set. If this is a product or a family that is going to be available in all regions, you would just simply select all of the regions. Now I'm going to collapse this. Now feature sets are different features that come on different appliances. So for example, if there is a touch screen on a washing machine, or if you have Wi-Fi enabled on an oven, things like that, those are features. So the features would be added in here. I'm collapsing that. Now I want to build out my structure. For those returning customers or current customers who have already been familiar with DFR, you can think of these as almost categories. So we're going to start here with my convergence data, and to add a new segment or category, I would just simply add panels, do panels again. Now I have one segment down. If I have additional segments that go underneath panels, I will just simply keep on going down. So now that has created another parent. So I can keep going down this way, or I can start back at convergence data and create a different segment. So now that's going to start here. Same thing. Create those again. So now this is just building out my product structure. So to see this fully, I will go to something that is complete. So I will go to my vent hood. Description is just my vent hood. I have an image here. This will be available in all regions. Some of the feature sets that I have found to be applicable to this family are 4-speed blower, dual motors, LCD touch sensitive control, and so on. So I do have my features set. And now the product structure. So with this, I have under the vent hood, where I'm going to have segments that fall under airflow, electric box, electronics, and so on. Opening these up further, we now see my end segments. It is these segments that are going to hold data, and they will be able to be seen from the top here, but these will be the segments that are going to house data. Just kind of further going down. Right. So once all of that is set, we do need to discuss importing. So we have our family set, we have all of our general information set, all of our general management. So now I'm ready to start putting data in DFR, into my teardown. So we have something built in, which has never been before seen. So we have an option to export. So what that's going to do is export all of the information here, which will just be the vent hood, the structure, and then I will have room for my region. So opening this up, I'm going to see a blank structure. So we see all of my things here, all of my kind of parents and all of my segments. So now we can leave alone the additional levels if you do not have data already. We'll start putting quantities for each of these, weights, width, height, depth, diameter, anything that is applicable. And remember, we do have the drop downs for those materials the manufacturers, the primary process if applicable, a secondary if applicable. And it is important to note that you don't have to load the segment and fastener data at the same time. You can do them separately. I like to do them together. So then I would go over to my fastener data, make sure we can see this, my fastener data, and do the same thing here. So type is going to have a drop down, but that will be the only thing on this. Fill in my information. We can leave list info blank. It is just sort of a library of what is in general management. So last thing that is important to note is that before you can import, one is you do have to select the drop downs for the regions. So remember, you need to know what product, one, what the name is, the model, and then what region you have already said it's going to be under. And what I mean by that is going out here, you will need to add a model, and that name will have to be the same thing as what is in here. Otherwise, it will not talk to DFR, and it will tell you in the import manager that it does not exist. So you will have to have the model match whatever you name in here. The same thing with the regions, and then once the region is set, it'll open up the families. So if the family is in North America, then you will see it here. And the manufacturers will be there. If you choose something that has features, you can choose to add them here, or you can add them later. And I will show you that once we get to the importing section.